what I found in my notes from 2014.
Oh, my.
That was a camera system for.
Wow.
But even back then, we put 2 camera systems in there since then.
Yeah.
Just it's never enough.
Nope. Oh, yoy.
Oh, yeah. Hot computer.
He's not here.
I think after his Facebook message, he's just about.
Are we live?
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I don't know what, but
Something.
somebody said that he was either having surgery today or tomorrow,
Okay.
so. Oh. It was Terry, because I was talking to Terry, singing dealer.
Okay.
I came in to talk to Leah about stuff, and Terry popped in with vegetables for the girls.
Did you turn it on?
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Did you pull the sheet?
It was good to see him.
Not yet.
I haven't seen Terry in a long
Okay,
time.
thanks.
Lewis still calls him all the time.
Never mind, Wayne grabbed it. Give me credit.
Wayne got the sheet.
Did Matt sign it?
Yes, he did. All right, let's all stand for the call to order. Pledge allegiance. Diane Gunner, would you lead us in the pledge of allegiance, please? Thank you.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call. Ken, you gotta take over, she's not here.
You want me to do it? I'm in. I'm ready. Tag me in. Here.
Rash, Densmore,
Here.
Gotch,
Here.
Godwin,
Here.
Conroy, here.
All right, approval of minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second.
Any questions, comments, additions, subtractions? Call for the vote.
Densmore,
Aye.
Gotch,
Aye.
Godwin,
Aye.
Conroy,
Aye.
Steiner,
Aye.
Unfinished business, anyone? Okay. Mayor's communications. Wow, we went through this quick today. All right, first up, the oil spill in the Little Tuscarawas River. Suppose you all want to know about that? It's gone. On 8/7, I got an email from Mayor Judge of Barberton and the OEA, EPA, and Matt Guttorf. They conducted the final inspection and found no oil, and they lifted the boom from everywhere. So just so you guys are aware of what's happening with that. The other thing, Holly Miller, we met Holly Miller, Jason, Popeil, Leah, and Kevin, and myself all met this morning regarding CDBG funding. We asked plenty of questions about that, what we can do with the funding, with the pricing. So, because it is going to have to go through his lobbying, there's some engineering stuff we have to go through that. It's not something we can just do ourselves because the price is going to be over $50,000. So we asked for more funding with that. We didn't get a real clear answer. It's still up $49,000, which Leah has we can get the money soon. So I think you can tell in your report what's going on there. But Kevin and I, with Jason, walked off the entire sidewalk. There's one tree and 2 stumps have to come out. A couple driveways that have to be accounted for. But we're going to take some more measurements. We're going to price out the whole thing. And then if we have to cut it down some due to funding, we will make that decision then. But that's what's happening on the sidewalk. Property value meetings. So this one, I've been getting phone calls about this. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I can set this on the table. just today, in fact, it's going today if you want, if you can get there in time, at the Barberton Active Adult Center. I thought it was the Y, but anyways, 500 Hopkins Avenue today. You can go there, discuss your property values. You been there?
Today.
Okay. How'd it go?
Fine.
Good.
They have their little laptops now that they can bring up the map itself, and you can point and talk and tell, well, back when, and that swamp, can't sell it, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Tomorrow will be at Stowe City Hall. Next Tuesday at Talmadge Community Center, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of meetings. So if you're concerned about your property values and the taxes going up and everything like that, I do have a list here you can make copies of. I'll be glad to send it out to anybody. But that's a...
Are they doing more meetings than they first had?
How many do you have?
There's 9 on here, and they're from 1 to 8.
I think you can also do by appointment, I'm pretty sure.
My appointment that day, yeah. Like
Just
today,
that
I could have today had an appointment, but I didn't make one.
Okay, I may have misread it, that's fine.
Can we upload that to our website or to the official village web, Facebook page? Just so more of the residents see that.
Hey, this seems to be a hot topic. I think raising your taxes 23% gets people's attention.
Yeah.
And it wasn't us that did it. Sorry, Summit County. For those of you watching out there, it's not us. Okay. Last item I have, Carl from CMH Electronics. I had him out here today look at our sound system. I've been listening to the past few meetings.
Who was it?
Carl from CMH Electronics. He's in North Canton, I believe, or Canton. Or at the north end of Canton. So,
North Canton.
Yeah. Okay. He inspected this. He brought some equipment, checked everything out. He found that the 2 end microphones were actually causing a buzzing sound, a humming sound. Yeah, it's your fault, Matt. I didn't want to tell you that, but no. But anyways, so he tested all of them out, and then he put something called deoxit on. We took all these things apart, put them back together, and everything seems to be good. He did some fine tuning, a little bit of tweaking. So we'll see how this sounds tonight. Hopefully we can listen to this and it sounds perfectly clear, which is what the goal was all along. I did ask him about YouTube. I was always under the impression that that YouTube charged like $5 a month to have a YouTube channel. He says it doesn't, but he's going to double check on that. So he can set up us on YouTube, or we can figure it out ourselves. Get a YouTube channel. I know the steps are a lot similar. I've operated both. YouTube, and he concurs. YouTube is definitely much easier to set a broadcast out. In other words, you'd have like 2 buttons to press instead of 20. So, but I can have him here to speak next month if you guys would like. You can ask him all the questions in the world if you'd like that.
Do we have a budget for that kind of thing? Do we know where we're at if we're having a lot of problems and what's happening? As far as being able to pay for these things?
I mean, we have like I don't know what the number is off the top of my head, but we do have like a repairs and maintenance line item for anything at Village Hall, but I don't know what that number was. I'm not sure where, I can get that for you though.
And I'll try to keep it down to minimum.
That'd probably be a good number, yeah. Yep.
I try to fix stuff myself, and if I can't do it,
But I know,
then
like our
move on.
maintenance agreement for the copier and stuff, that comes out of that line item, so I'm not sure what excess we have, but I can get you that.
That's all I have for mayor's communication. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right, bunch tonight. Council communications and council committee reports. Anyone?
You guys?
Yeah, I can speak to the budget. Met with the fire chief recently, and what was the value of the ambulance purchase? And we got that on order? Okay. So that $211,000 is a future purchase. Basically, they give us 30 days notice when the ambulance is ready, and we need to give them $211,000. That looks to be 2 years out for them to make and bill us for that ambulance. We have the money set aside for it. Instead of leaving it in the account, the fire account, I suggested we put it in a CD. Leah has, If we did a 2-year CD, there may be a month we'd have to float 200,000. But she has since informed me there's a Star Ohio program. This is for communities only, and we can bank our money there for 2 years. We can take it out when we need it, and that interest rate is trending up and is currently this July at 5.31%. So it's not fixed like a CD. It'll be variable, but that rate is going up, and with recent inflation news, that's not going to go down. It's going to stay the same or higher would be my guess. So I would make a recommendation to council that we take $211,000 from the fire department fund, park it in the Star Ohio. We'll remove it when the ambulance purchase comes due.
You making that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments? Call for the vote.
Scotch,
Aye.
Godwin,
Aye.
Conroy. Aye. Steiner,
Aye.
Dinsmore.
Aye. Makes sense. Fiscal
So, yeah, and that's going to be, at the current rate, that much money, that's going to be 10,000 extra dollars for the fire department in a year's time.
That's fantastic.
So,
That's actually pretty good, because when I saw his email, the best I could find on a fixed rate CD was 3.3 on an 18-month, I think.
okay.
So that's
When did you look?
last night.
Okay, because today the interest rate just went up.
Did they?
Yeah.
They looked last night.
3.5% or something.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I like the idea of.
It would be over 2 years. Yeah, it's 10,000 per year.
But-
Thank you.
I like the idea of that because we can get it when we need it rather than trying to, if it comes through before the 2 year, if we get a 2-year CD, say, and the truck comes through at,
18 to 22 months was the estimate they gave me.
right. So, I mean, I like, it's a decent interest rate, but we can get it if we need
Yep.
it sooner. So I think that's,
It's low risk.
yeah, great.
Fantastic.
And it kind of puts our money somewhere where we're not going to touch it, right?
Well, it's the fire department, and
Yeah.
they're pretty responsible with.
Well, we might as well earn some interest on it.
Yeah. Hey, cool.
Do you have anything else, Matt?
That's it for now.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay. So, we had a laws and ordinances and HR meeting at the 6 o'clock hour. We discussed, the insurance for our 2 full-time employees the renewal is October 1st. So, as you all know, we discussed before, Kevin had asked, to see if we could get better rates. That's why he opted out of having our insurance. So, both he and John filled out their fire forms, and those are into the insurance, broker. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. And, she's going to see if she can get better rate. Our problem is we only have 2 employees. So we're not going to be able to get huge, great rates no matter what, but we are looking into it. So the good news is that our insurance rate did not go up. Like if we stay the same, nothing's going up. So that's really good because that doesn't happen very often. As it is, the village saves $6,000 approximately for Kevin not taking our insurance. And I discussed this with Leah, since she works in other municipalities, and then Ellen in our discussion said even there's some companies that she knows offers incentives to employees that don't opt in for the insurance. And that kind of was an intriguing idea for me. I kind of liked that. And so we discussed it in our meeting, and the one number that we came up with in another municipality, it's an incentive, so it's not like in their salary, so it wouldn't be affected by the percentage wage increase. It's on a separate line. It's just purely a monthly incentive of $100 a month.
Per pay.
Per pay. Thank you. So, that would be
And is that 26 pays?
$2,600, a year. So we would still be saving money and helping out our employee as well. So we discussed it at length in our committee meeting, and the motion was made to recommend to council that barring better insurance quotes coming back from the broker, that we then change the policy to offer an incentive for employees of $100 a pay period to opt out of insurance. So that's the motion I'm putting before council.
Time to discuss? We discuss?
I probably need a second
A
first.
second before you can
Need a
discuss
second.
it.
That's why I asked.
Yep. But
Now you can.
I got that.
He's second.
Okay.
I know where my employer, if my spouse were to have a plan, I would have to go on that plan versus my employer's plan. So I don't know if we have any clauses on our policy if a spouse has a plan that you're required to go on that plan, but it's not an incentive. It's not incentive based. They're not paying me not to be on their insurance. And I don't know what the rules are to that either. I mean, it doesn't seem like insurance companies would be too keen on the idea of employee making money to go on somebody else's plan, his spouse.
Just open to public,
Yes,
For sure.
it's like sign in to speak.
by the seat.
The meeting's already started.
I don't think the employer's offering that to the employees. I don't think it really affects the insurance per se side of it, because it's just an additional
I know.
perk that you're offering an employee.
Okay.
Whether they choose to use it for insurance purposes to, kind of to help pay for them going on another plan.
Now, are we going to be affected since we're going from 2 to 1?
No.
We don't know that yet,
Okay.
Currently, we're in one.
We're currently at 1.
Currently have one.
Okay.
right now.
So,
And if we went to 2, would we see savings?
well, so she's quoting it at 2.
Okay.
If you were to take it. And if
So we
not,
don't know all the numbers yet.
No.
Okay.
But
So depending on, he may still opt out of it depending on what the rates come back at. I don't know.
Right.
He's required to pay 25%.
Do you think we should wait on this motion until we know all the numbers?
Well,
Um,
in talking about it, the thought was, the worst we're gonna do is what we have. We're not.
Nothing.
No.
No
As
change.
far as the,
No
as
change.
far as the rate, the insurance rates, we're not gonna choose something higher. So we have it out for quote. Best case scenario, we get something lower, as far as
But if he still
the
opts
premium,
out at that lower rate,
then the incentive, that's why the incentive isn't, it's just that.
it's
Sure.
just an incentive. Regardless of what the numbers come back as, it's still an incentive, and it's not a bad way to go. That's why this meeting-
I guess the questions we don't know is if we get 2 people, is there a $3,000 savings? We don't know that. So
Right.
you're asking me to vote on this incentive without knowing where we're going to land.
well, but if he takes the insurance, or if he doesn't take the insurance, if it comes back cheaper and he doesn't take the insurance,
It's a win.
we're still where we're at.
we're still where.
But if it's the other way, it's not a
Well, if he
win.
takes the
If he-
insurance, we're not
It
gonna pay
doesn't
the
matter, the
incentive.
incentive
Right.
doesn't come in play.
Right. If he takes the insurance.
I understand, but what I'm saying is if we get a discount, if he takes it and we get a discount, that's,
Then this is just, it won't be in effect.
Then it won't
because
be in
he
effect.
has-
I understand that, but I'd like to know the numbers both ways, right? And we don't know that. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay. I hear you.
And since this affects the finances also, so I just have to get out laws and ordinances.
Oh,
go
thank
through-
you, bud.
Go through, finance committee,
That's the other thing. I'd like to see, as finance chair, these changes we make, I like to see them start in January when we budget for these things, not keep,
This conversation has been going on the whole year.
Yeah, we've been talking about
And the
that.
decision was made.
I understand that,
You know,
but we haven't budgeted for it.
we were gonna discuss it. True, yeah.
Alls I'm saying is, yes, we talk about it all year, we can make a decision, and we put it on next year's budget. To me, that's the way of doing it.
That's the way it would go, right?
I don't know.
Do whatever you make it effective.
Well.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We could make it
Effective January.
effective January 1st.
That's-
I mean, and
But
That'd be good.
You know what, I didn't even think about that. That's, in my mind, because the insurance renewal would.
Is January.
January, that it just, yeah, fell in line.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
so,
Again, we're on the same page.
Seems so.
and didn't even know it.
All right.
That happens to me a lot.
That's a very scary thing. So, the vote is out there.
There's a motion.
There's a motion out there. Discussion, anybody else discussion?
Is this for this to go into effect with this vote, or is this for this to get onto an ordinance written up to put it in there, or what's?
This is to change the policy to offer incentive of $100 per
So
period.
it was a motion to even set the 25%.
So the motion is, as it's, the motion says it's gonna save us $6,000. You can bet I'll be watching for $6,000 in savings. So we're paying $2,600 out.
We're saving $6 with him not being on it.
Right?
But we're gonna pay him part of that, 2,600 of that. So the difference is what we would still save.
Right,
Okay.
right. So the motion is, if it comes through and it's not lower, we still offer an incentive to opt out,
Of $100
Of $100 per pay.
effective January.
effective January 1st.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
Well,
Oh.
the vote.
Yes.
So, okay.
Call for the vote.
Godwin?
Aye.
Conroy?
Aye.
Steiner?
Aye.
Getzler?
Aye.
Scotch?
Okay. Next, anything else under council communications committee reports?
Yes.
Okay.
No, we need to get more information on that. So, articles for the last, Your Community News, the schedule, the out on the street projected date at this time is like the beginning of October. So I need articles, she changed the dates a couple of times, so to be safe, this is articles for events and whatever through the end of the year and including January of next year. So if you can have articles to me by September 8th, that would be fantastic. And if she changes the date, I will email people out on that.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Any other items? Okay. Citizens' comments. First up, we have Matt Richardson. You signed in and said you'd like to speak.
Yeah, I understand.
We have a microphone right here if you'd like. People can hear you.
You don't have to if you don't
You
want.
don't have to.
Can you guys hear me okay?
I can.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on Clinton Road and the speeding on the road from residential and commercial traffic is way higher than what the speed limit is on a consistent basis. I'm not talking about, occasionally, to the point to where I've had other neighbors with children come to me and say, what should we do? Now, unfortunately, some of them couldn't be here today because they're on vacation, but I wanted to speak on their behalf too, as a community, for my neighbors with children. I've seen people, I live close to the top of the hill in a farmhouse. I've seen people, just because they're so used to speeding, buzzed by school buses. I've called New Franklin Police, but they can only do so much. They have sat in my driveway, but, it's a real safety issue. I mean, I'm talking about Manchester Road. I don't have people ride my tail at 45. If I'm doing 40 on Clinton Road, I can look a half mile back from me to where Route 21 is and see nobody. I pull in my drive a half mile forward from there, and I've got 4 people riding my bumper. It's that bad, and they'll pass, in an aggressive way. And I've talked with the officers. I know they put the solar-powered speed zone up there. But after 2 days of it sitting there, it wasn't working. I called the secretary, the chief, and talked with them. And I talked with the officer in my driveway and informed them that it wasn't working. And it sat there not working for 2 weeks or so. So I really feel like that's the reason I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention, because I live on the road. And I don't know where you guys live on YouTube, but my neighbor Daryl here, we just wanted to make a in-person.
This is before we fix the road.
Right, yeah. With the bump
And I hope that's coming too.
It is.
Next
But,
year.
I mean, I'm looking at, my brother-in-law is a civil engineer. I discussed the matter with him, and he asked if there was a weight capacity, and this is in regard to the commercial traffic, which I can guarantee you guys, they're not coming down here to True Value in Napa.
No,
I don't
we know
know
that.
where they're going, but they are heavy.
Yeah, well, we have our industrial zone is over there in Warwick, so,
Asphalt breaking heavy.
yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have ever had an engineer look at how the road is arcing
Actually,
like this.
actually, if you see all the orange stripes going
Yeah.
down the hill, that's because we have heavy engineers. So that Clinton Road is set to get reconstructed next year.
Great.
And that's what killed it, is the commercial traffic.
Yeah, because I talked with one of the surveyors, and it surprised him.
Yeah.
How much commercial.
Some of it was
From
Clinton aluminum. Those trucks would come down and go to Clinton aluminum. Now that's moved further north into Barberton. I think we're seeing a little less traffic.
yeah, so I guess the question is, I mean,
I can tell you, we get, that's one road we get a lot of complaints about.
mhm.
It's a difficult road to have the police sit on for some reason. I'll give them a call and talk to them about it, see if there's anything else they can step up. 'Cause I've been there when people are racing down the road. I drive the road all the time.
I just
They-
had to put
they
a
go
new
super
mailbox
fast.
in, somebody came through, I don't know if it was teenagers, knocked down about a dozen trash cans on trash day. One of them impacted my mailbox and sheared the post off at the ground. But that's beside the point, that's just recklessness or teenagers. I'm not really here for that, but, I've noticed that Canal Fulton, Barberton, on Worcester Road, on Cherry Street, on Portage, they put up the solar panels with the flat, to show you permanently what your speed is. I've looked into them myself, they're not an astronomical price.
They're about 2,800 apiece.
Right, around 2,800.
talk about one?
Mhm.
I know it doesn't completely fix the problem, but I think people do check themselves a little bit when they see those. There's just some recommendations, because I know that a police officer sitting there, everybody is a good student when he's there, right? But he's not there 99.9% of the time.
Right.
And he's not there when my daughter's getting on the school bus, when Daryl's children are gonna be getting on the school bus. And I've observed these things firsthand, and it really is a factor of, it becomes so natural for people to be doing 55, which I would say is fairly accurate and common,
Probably
55.
average speed.
And they're treating it like a country highway, they're treating it like an on-off ramp for Route 21 is what they're doing. It's not this way on the other side. Clinton Road on the other side in Doylestown, it's Mayberry.
Mm-hmm.
This has got to get under control. There's no reason for it. We're a village.
Let me
I
ask you
like
something.
my community.
Do you know, is the traffic, does it seem to go faster going up the hill or down the hill?
It's both ways.
Both ways? Okay.
It's both ways.
All right.
So I'm right down from the apex of the hill. And my neighbors get it on the other end, over the apex, same way up, down, on a blind area. But, I mean, it's reckless. And it's become common, I get, there's people that are gonna take the Mustang as fast as they want. But when they're all the Mustangs, and it really seems like that, it's a shame, it really is. I don't.
It's all over the village, and I'm not minimizing that, because I
Of
know
course it
that.
is. There's people
but-
in general, but, I'm looking around and trying to find a creative solution to it. I thought rumble strips, that works. Speed bumps work, they work. all the time.
I actually priced speed tables to put in downtown, because
Mhm.
on my way to work, on Main Street, on more than one occasion, bus stopped, flashing lights, car speeds right by.
Right.
It's the same thing.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that we've got a problem that isn't elsewhere.
I'm just trying to say, council has been
Okay.
trying to look into what we could cost effectively do to
Mhm.
help the situation. Speed tables, the solar signs, we just talked about that. We're looking into maybe, see if we can get a grant for solar power signs, that type of thing. So, we hear you, and we're.
I think some of the issue too is it's commuter traffic in the morning and at night. It's a shortcut from 21 or to 21.
Right, a lot of it.
Maybe we can ask the police to patrol heavier during those times. I mean, it's not even community people at that point. It's people outside our community.
And just even them sitting there,
I
Right,
just think
it's-
one easy. Yeah,
Right.
right?
And
We're putting them out there,
Yeah.
the word gets out.
yeah.
the last police report, I have to say there were, if I remember correctly, there were more tickets. So
And
We
have
can watch that.
To crack down, like, on ticketing for speeding and stop signs. 'Cause no one stops and stops
I've
on
been there 8 years. And this year is the first time that I have actually seen an officer in his driveway, and they're there because he called. I tried 8 years ago, and they wouldn't sit in my driveway because they said, oh, somebody's gonna come by and throw nails in your driveway.
I get
I don't,
the
yeah,
same-
I don't
I
think
said, I
you'll
don't
get,
care, sit there anyway.
I don't think you'll get that reaction anymore.
I told them, I said, you either do something, or you're gonna have a 4x4 flung out in the road. I don't know where the 4x4 is gonna come from, but you get the idea.
And as an introduction, you're Dale Schilling, right?
Daryl.
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 Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thought I pronounced right. Sometimes I get names wrong. It happens.
You're out.
Actually, Daryl used to be our part-time employee
Oh, okay.
way back in the
Many
day.
Yep.
Yep,
I could have rallied my neighbors to all come down, because they would have for me.
sure.
Because it's their problem too.
Mhm.
We're getting older too, and generations going out, grandkids for some. But, I didn't, because I don't feel like you need everybody in front of you. And you, like you guys said, you're aware of it, but, I wanted to, and I asked Daryl if he come, just to have a president conversation with you guys.
Just for future reference, the first meeting of the month, we normally do have a representative from New Franklin here.
Okay.
So by all means, come back in 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, but
And you could talk to someone from the police department directly.
Okay, well, I guess, and I can make a phone call. The
for
reason,
sure.
part of the
And
reason I'm here is.
don't forget that you also have, if New Franklin, maybe they're not staff, maybe you have Summit County Sheriff. They will also, that's also their jurisdiction.
I understand that, and that also is a phone call.
Yeah.
But, and I could sit and have a meeting with the chief,
For sure.
which I've thought about doing. But I think that in a way to look at it as a matter of priority, is we need to look at it as a community.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Manchester Road Police Department, New Franklin Police Department, it's a little bit of a haul for them to come over. I mean, I know for a fact where Taylor Road is, that's the corner of
That's the
Summit
corner,
County.
yep.
It's the corner.
And that's what right where you're at. It doesn't matter which way you go. You said it, coming off 21, it's an exit ramp. They come off 21 and it's got done doing, I'll guarantee, greater than 60, right? And they get on
Right.
Clinton Road and they're just got that mindset. Coming up the hill, they're under acceleration because they're coming up the hill. And once they get there, here I go, I'm
And
just,
it's a pretty clear path to the highway.
right.
you know, it's a double whammy, and I know just because I started paying attention a lot in the last couple of years. I've been there for 13 years, and we like living in the village. We moved out of that city to have that kind of an experience. But I also moved there because it was a 35-mile-per-hour road and not a 55-mile-per-hour road. Well, unbeknownst to me, it's a 55-mile-per-hour road.
Regardless of the sign, yeah.
And, you know, more signage, it's going to start looking like somebody's bumper sticker that love bumper sticker. You just can't, you know, it's not working. So, and realistically, you know, police could sit there and fill their basket all day long with tickets if they wanted to, but they can't.
No,
So,
I think you're right.
I mean, I'm being realistic about
I think that's the key. I think Clinton needs to become known as a speed trap, plain and simple.
right. There's a
Another
reason why.
we should get a magistrate in the village and
But
Well, I mean, it's a good way for a community to be a community. Issues like this does bring a community together. And, you know, I look at it and the gal that I was talking to that kind of stimulated me to go pull the trigger and take my time to come down here said, can we make it 25 miles per hour? These were her ideas. Well, I guess, you know, I don't know whether that's feasible or not because that has to do with a whole different set of code. But 25 would mean 25. That's a step in the right direction.
I think it's still be 55.
Well, it really sounds.
Yeah, but twice the speed limit is
Yeah, that's.
a different offense than
Well,
5
yeah, that's-
over.
You know, it's a high score thing.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what it was coming across.
right. Oh, let's see how high I can get it to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, well, I'll talk to the police about this, and especially on that road.
The other thing that we have coming is a Village of Clinton sign at the top of the hill up there. People may not even know they're in the village, and outside the village, where it's unposted, it would be 55.
Well, actually, it's, you know, something I looked at that one day, because I thought, I wonder what the speed limit is outside. There actually are signs up. It's 35 on the other front. Once you get off 21, it's 35 all the way through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I never.
Well, has a sign there?
Well, there's a sign there. There's a sign on both sides of the street. So, which I didn't know either. I thought it was
I didn't
faster on
know
that side. And so, yeah, everybody thought that. So,
So,
And I know,
Well,
they're changing the intersection there. They're doing that all on 21 with all the stoplights, because I went to that meeting too, which was a year or two ago. So they're gonna do the super.
Michigan turnaround.
Yeah.
Michigan U-turn thing. So I don't know.
Michigan right.
I don't know
Michigan
if
right.
that will help break the psychology of,
Well-
picking to make a turn.
no, it won't, because if you notice at that meeting, I was at that meeting also, is that for that intersection, we have a lot of people that come from the north down here. You'll still be able to make a left-hand turn if you're going the southbound lane. You won't be able to make a left-hand turn in the northbound lane. Okay, so that is the way it's set up, mainly because there are a lot of people still come down here. So I think we do need to address that. I think we're going to put in the speed signs that has been talked about, but we thought it's too expensive. Sounds like Clinton Road's the place to do it and hit both sides.
So that's one of the signs that got ordered.
Oh, it did get ordered? Okay, so we do have a sign coming.
Are we talking about, Clinton sign?
No, a speed. We have a speed?
That one, I think we already have a speed. It was the Village of Clinton that we approved.
Yeah, the village plan we approved, but no, he's talking about was flashing solar powered.
Speed limit.
No, those I have the quotes. As far
You
as
have the quotes? Okay, so maybe something we might want to look a little more serious at.
I think it's becoming more trendy,
Mhm.
because I did notice on Worcester Road, which was a problem, I noticed it is now Fulton, both on Portage and on Cherry.
they're on Erie too.
Down the hill.
Yeah,
off
Green
Route
has-
21.
Yeah, Green has them also. To address something else you said there, in January, our street superintendent, myself, and our engineers, we walked Clinton Road Hill for the sole purpose. We're putting together next year, we're completely redoing that, including drains. It's going to get done really, really well. One of the reasons it's torn up, I'm not going to blame the truck traffic. It's easy to do, but it's also been 33 years to take complete. So we completely have redone that. So there's going to be a lot happening up there. Unfortunately, a smoother road is not going to fix what your complaint is,
Yeah,
but
right.
that's the way it is.
I'm sorry, but now we're getting the county road,
It's gonna be set, yeah.
sanction on
Mhm.
that. So maybe, once that happens, maybe we could get some
Summit
help
County
from
Sheriff for it?
county to help with the flashing
Mm-hmm.
signs or something like that. And then,
Mhm.
since it's a county road, then maybe the Summit County Sheriff, like you said, would be more apt to wanting to be right there if we needed them. So we got options.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and I'm a problem fixer kind of guy, and I look at that and it's like, what makes me slow down? Well, I just came from Maryland and made a speed bumps in there, and I learned real quick how fast you can go over those. People tend to slow down on things when it could cause them damage to their.
Either that or they go, woo, woo, let's go airborne.
Rumble strips, stuff like that,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Rumble strips I could see, speed bumps I'd be a little leery on.
Yeah, I agree, that's why.
Rumble strips is not,
You know,
that may actually
pulling
be
out
worth
nail
something to look
strips too, I mean, is that?
at. I'm all for nail strips, yeah.
Something that's
Spike
a
strips.
practical, durable thing, it's inexpensive, but anyways,
Could we
I
put the-
pretty much
that
said
in
what
the
I have to
road
say.
construction rumble? Maybe.
Maybe.
That's something to think about.
Yeah,
We could
okay.
put the rumble.
All right, well, thank you very much for your input.
Yeah.
Like thank you, from my vision, if you had a rumble strip with one of those solar things, and then it's flashing, I mean, that would be the double whammy.
That'd be-
Somebody else.
That'd be like I just got shocked.
That'd be
Be like,
kind of fun, actually.
look, I'm speeding uphill.
Right,
All right, well,
Okay.
Matt, thank you very much.
thank you guys.
Okay,
Thank you.
Daryl,
Really
and
nice.
you wanted to add to this more, or you're good with where you're at? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, definitely. Thank you, gentlemen, for your input. Someone who signed up not to speak. Actually, Diane, I just want to speak to you. The house looks fantastic. I said that last meeting, but you weren't here. The gazebo looks, I've been watching them paint that.
Are they, oh, okay, I haven't
They
looked.
started.
When they're supposed to do that.
They started today.
Today.
It looks fantastic also.
And the grass is growing?
Yes, the grass is growing.
How did you know to plant your grass in
I like
August?
to watch grass grow, but,
Yep.
you know.
That look, I'm glad that's good.
August,
The next
dry.
Mm, all right, John and Jocko, welcome to our meeting. Thank you for joining.
Jacob?
Jacob, is that Jacob?
That is.
There's a B there? Okay, sorry.
I've been here a long time, just want to come in and see what's going on in Clinton. And, you know, I gotta tell you that, I think when I was here a long time ago, I remember a discussion about the same thing.
That doesn't change.
What it was back then was the gentleman that had the ball field.
Oh, yeah.
That's who could have made it for that.
And I think police coming down that road, the Friday where pulling over.
That road has been a problem for a number of years. We've had the street guy working on there with his truck and those flashing lights and people flying around him.
You have to shut the road down.
Yeah.
Doing that road.
And going around school buses, I believe it's a state law, you can lose your license. They get pretty serious. Catch a few people with that and they have to catch a ride to work for a year. They may decide speed limit's not a bad thing to follow.
Well, they had the deal that you can get your speed limit coming down, where you come off of 93, or right off of,
Mm-hmm.
and,
Off of 21.
if anything else, I know, I come down to a little hot once in a while, and I notice it does make you think, well, the kids are not riding, but slow down. Maybe, could you get somebody to loan you one of those for a while and try it out, see what.
Well, the police department put one there, but
Did they try it? Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
good.
that was a little frustrating because I had talked with the officer and I left a message with the secretary of the chief. And it kind of was like a reality thing where it's like, you're not telling me to fix that, are you? They're like, oh, yeah, and she even laughed on the phone. We've had so many problems with that. And I was like, nothing ever worked? But they're telling people with masks when they're ready.
Does anybody know if Summit County has a regulation against speed cameras? Because there are communities out there that have speed cameras, they will automatically ticket the person if they're.
Norton made $1 million a few years back with that on their bridge right over.
Smile, you're on camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was
I think we should start thinking about that.
that was a problem though.
if that was addressing a problem, that was a forced issue.
That
Yeah.
wound up getting shot down.
Yes. Yeah, whenever you have stuff like that, 'cause you have to have live human being to interact. So that the speed cameras, stoplight cameras, they've been shut down by the state of Ohio Supreme Court.
No,
Yeah.
there's still some that
there-
they found a workaround.
Okay.
Really?
And
I mean, if you
that's,
post a sign out there saying,
Yeah.
speed regulate by speed
Mhm.
cameras, then I think that would eliminate that, kind of.
Right. We could fund our police department.
Okay,
Yep.
well,
I've gotten one.
all right, good thing you check into. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on to resolutions and ordinances. We have 2 on the book.
Okay, so we have 2 first readings. We have Resolution R 2317, a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the general fund to the street fund, project fund of the Village of Clinton, declaring the same to be an emergency, and this is for the road project, correct?
This is to help pay for some of the paving that we, or,
Yes.
yeah.
So we need to pass.
Say it again.
It's helped, so we budgeted at the beginning of the year to transfer 150,000 to the street fund. That obviously covers his operations plus the paving that we just had done. So this, I've already transferred 75,000 earlier this year. This will give us the rest of the money for the rest of the year.
So another 75K?
Yep.
Yes,
And that's what we had budgeted for the year.
in the resolution. So we need a first reading passage.
Yeah.
Motion to set aside the 3 reading rule, please.
Second.
Call for the vote.
Conroy? Aye. Steiner?
Just to waive the 3 time?
Yes.
Yeah.
And no?
Gensler?
Yes.
Scotch?
Aye.
Godwin?
Aye.
Motion to adopt.
Wait a minute. I don't think we have do we have enough votes
We
for
have
the?
4.
We have 4? Okay, all right.
Yep.
Okay. We have a motion to adopt?
Second.
Any,
Steiner?
oh.
Oh.
We haven't called for the vote yet. In this, any questions, comments before we go? Okay, call for the vote.
Steiner?
Aye.
Gensler?
Aye.
Scotch?
Aye.
Godwin?
Aye.
Conroy? Aye.
All right, one more?
We have Resolution R 2318, a resolution authorizing the advance of funds from the general fund to the CBDG fund, project fund of the Village of Clinton, and declaring the same to be an emergency. I have a motion to set aside the 3 reading rule because, well,
Well, this has to do with our grant that we got from the county. So in speaking with them today, they have to send us the money before October 1st. But for us to be able to do that, we have to show that we have set up the fund and that we have the funds available because it's a reimbursing grant. So we're going to advance the funds from the general fund to the CDBG fund. And then once that is done, I can give that to the county, and then they will allow me to request the reimbursement, even though we haven't expended the money yet, because they're giving us till April 1st to do that. So we will then get the money back from Summit County, and we'll put it back into the general fund.
so it's basically, we have to have the money into the fund, and then it's going to be returned
From the county.
from the county.
Yep.
But for right now,
As it's been-
so that we get the grant, we have to have it there.
I think the important note on this one is we just found this out this morning,
Right.
which is,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
like,
why
yeah, I don't like rushing stuff, but this is, yeah.
when you're dealing with funding. So,
Okay, do we have a second?
My
on-
comment would be,
yeah, you seconded it.
we do this inordinately. We pass more things with a one-time reading than we do 3 times. We're doing it twice tonight.
We cannot do it.
We can,
I understand that. No, I don't agree with I don't disagree with the urgency. I'm just pointing out the
It seems like the
council.
urgency is rather frequent.
Correct.
Yes.
That's all.
Thought they had commercials you see on TV at night. Okay, call for the vote.
Gensler?
Aye.
Scotch?
Aye.
Godwin?
Aye.
Conroy? Aye. Steiner?
This is for the 3-time reading?
Correct.
yes.
No, thank you.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Discussion. Call for the vote.
Gensler?
Aye.
Scotch?
Aye.
Godwin?
Aye.
Conroy? Aye. Steiner?
Aye.
New business. Council general discussion.
I got some. So I think it was, I don't know, might have been Marissa, a meeting or 2 ago that mentioned, it was when the property tax increase got brought up, before it actually happened, before the letters went out and all that. Somebody had mentioned, what's it take to secede from Summit County and join Stark County. I had no idea. So I started rooting to figure out, and it turns out it is a thing. You can do it. There are several ways to do it. One way would be, through annexation from Stark County, which I don't think would be very likely. The second way would be, I forget the exact terminology, but it is basically a majority decision from in this case, the village, where.
So we would petition to put it on the ballot.
To Stark County, correct.
And is that like constitutional change, just a 50% vote?
51%, yeah, 51.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Stark County have to accept this also in the same process?
Yeah, there would be a vote on Stark
So
County
here's-
side, too.
I'm gonna talk to somebody smarter than me, but this is what I gathered out of it. So the way it works is once you do that, you petition Stark County, you have your numbers and all that sort of thing. By doing that, you waive your right to contest. So what Stark County decides is what you're stuck with. Now, to what level that is, I'm not sure, but it's pretty much the other way around. It would go on, if it was an annexation, it would go on our ballot. But if it was the other way around and we petitioned Stark County, then whatever Stark County decided is what we would be stuck with as far as, regulations, tax rates, all that sort of fun stuff.
That's what we had with, New Franklin, Clinton to go with New Franklin and just be our own section.
Okay.
And it was on the ballot twice and voted down, of course, in Clinton.
Okay, so just so I understand this, so it's on us then, as citizens, to decide we want to leave Summit County and go to Stark. And then once that happens, and we say, okay, yes, we have enough votes, we do this, then Stark County can vote, and they can say, you can say, yes, welcome into our community, or they can say, too
Or
bad, you guys get lost.
they can deny it.
Yeah, and if they do that, are we then in no man's land?
No,
or
you're
are we
still in Summit County.
We are.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So Ken,
It'd be cool if we were.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because I did all this research years ago,
Uh-huh.
and there's another way to go about it as well. But my stopping point on was, it costs money
Mm-hmm.
for the legal fees for us. It costs, that's on the village,
Mm-hmm.
and it costs money to put it on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
And my stopping point on that was, I never wanted to proceed unless we had a really good idea that we're going to have enough support from the village to go forward as vis-a-vis a
Funny
like
you
petition.
should mention that,
So
because
a
that
group-
was actually the point for me bringing it up.
Oh, okay.
So I
they
agree,
contacted you too?
100%. So 100%, I think that's what you need, is a really good idea, who else in the village wants this or is interested in it? And that's what I was actually bringing up in discussion, is what's the best way to gain that knowledge?
I have an idea.
About 3 years ago, a citizens group started to form, and they contacted me. And I said, something like this would be better coming from a citizens group.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they put together a petition, and then COVID hit. So then they couldn't go door to door. And if some of you will recall, you might have seen a petition hanging in the post office. There was a petition hanging at the beauty shop, a petition hanging at the drive-through. And, because there wasn't enough, buzz on it, it kind of fell to the wayside, right? Well, that same group has reached out to me again. And so there is a groundswell of people getting together. And they're going to start.
The door-to-door process.
They're going to start the door-to-door process.
Okay.
And in fact, I have a meeting with them coming up here very shortly. And so it's like there was talk on Facebook about, the taxes, and the Clinton Village talk. And, so people are talking about it. It sounds like there's more interest now. So if we get enough signatures on this, if they bring enough of those signatures to, I say we go at it full force. So, yep.
One other thing you could do, if you'd like, is on August 24th at 6 p.m. at Warwick Park. I got a phone call that they are having a meeting over there. So if you wish to see what's going on, the people who are organizing that are meeting then. So that's another way to do it.
Good deal. Well, then forget I said anything.
You're very informative. Thanks for checking on it.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's why, that's,
That's
so,
what
show up at the park, whether you're for it or against it, and just see what they have to say. Any other council general discussion? All right, presentation of purchase orders and bills for approval.
Thank you, Mayor. We had,
I don't think she put it in the packet. So,
is it this one?
no, because this one,
I thought it was a little low.
yeah, it's not in here.
Guess
So
can't
we won't
approve
do anything this time.
Okay. No presentation at this time.
Good, today we've saved you a lot of money.
Well, I was on vacation too, so I don't know where, it got lost somewhere.
I was gonna blame you anyways.
Well, we were on a cycle where the bills were presented and
With-
paid on council, and now we're on a cycle of being off.
Yeah.
So it's the off weeks that the payroll is being done now.
Okay. The next line item we have, the person who normally leads us in this, is not here, but he did send some basil, the fresh basil. If anybody wants any, feel free. It's all there and it smells great. It's in my van for a little while. It is absolutely, I think it's the best. That's better than hanging one of those things from your mirror. So anyways, anybody would like to take his place in the next line item?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second? Motion, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thank you, guys.